Here's what we're gonna do today. What I have for you guys is just a hitting session of with me and one of my students that I've been coaching for a very long time, since he was a little kid. I think he's like 16 now. He plays tournaments, plays one at his high school as well. He's not one of those like ultra competitive tennis players who, would kill for a win, but he likes tennis. He enjoys getting better, listens well. Yeah, just a good kid. And I
need to stop doing that.
As a coach, the lessons that, and a lot of my colleagues, a lot of my coach friends will agree with this, yes, it's great to work with a very high level, and he is a pretty high level player. He's played national tournaments before and stuff like that. But the defining thing in a lesson is how much student wants to be there. And with a lot of very high level kids, sometimes they're there because of the pressure, because of parents wanting them to be there, or feeling the need to keep it up to get into college through tennis or even go pro, But the best thing is when a student comes to the lesson, wants to improve, wants to learn, asks you questions and they're all engaged. That's the best thing. So yeah, I'm not gonna say his name because I don't know if he wants to be mentioned or even seen. Right now we're doing some free hitting where he has a couple things in mind that he's working on, and we start down the middle, but we see where the point goes. Right? If he starts a change of direction, I may or may not angle the ball back, and we have just a point on our hands, or if we're gonna bring it back to a rally. But yeah, live ball stuff to when you're tinkering with your stroke or trying to add something to your game, fed ball is good when you start out, but of course you need a live ball, or which means someone's hitting the ball, not feeding it and replying to your ball.
What?
Especially from a competitive standpoint, you need to see if you can do this during a point or when you're brought a little bit out of your comfort zone, because feeding and hitting, the rhythm is totally different, and the variation, even if I try to hit every ball perfectly to a strike zone, it's not gonna happen. It'll be close to it because hit pretty solid, but let's see here. I started to attack a little bit just to see, and this is a good way. It's a little bit more casual, but it's good to do this. Later on, you'll see that we go into drill the inside out a little bit, but I'm not gonna show too much of that just because we have don't need a 30-minute video of us hitting. But yeah, I try to make changes to my stroke too, all the time actually. I'm not a competitive tennis player anymore. I'm still pretty competitive, but competitive as in I don't play tournaments or anything. I think tennis players that like the sport, and they're always tinkering with their strokes, and it's pretty fitting. Being a coach, I still, if I decide to look at video, or if I see myself hitting, I'll like something, I'll tinker with it, because it's just it's fun. But I'm 5 years out of college, man, it's crazy. coaching tennis. It's great. I like this job. It doesn't even feel like a job. My kids are... I do not... Like, one thing I'm really blessed with is I don't have lessons right now I don't like to teach. Like, of course there are moments that are like, oh my god, you know, whether it's how do we figure this problem out, or student comes to a lesson occasionally with being a little more mopey because of something that happened. But you get those days. Most days is good though. It goes by really quick, especially with kids like these. You know, I get to hit, maybe not at the optimal level as I would like, but I still get to be active, which is great. So where are we right now? I've been trying to make my strokes a little more smooth, just a little bit more relaxed in the back. Let the racket drop. Have the acceleration as a product of shifting my weight correctly, not using too much, not gripping the racket too much, too hard. Oh, if anybody's wondering, I shot this on GoPro Hero 9, which I think is great. I mean, there are a lot of glitches that I've heard of, but so far it's been really good for me. Even on this wide angle lens with a fisheye, it looks really nice. I thought I would hate the fisheye, and linear looks really nice too, but this doesn't distort the stroke as much as I thought it would. Like, actually the stroke looks fine, it's just the court is a little bit rounded for those OCD people out there. But yeah, I think it's just a really nice portable option, and we're getting a little more intense here with our hitting. You can, when I bothered to split step, you know, I missed that one, but it's good. So here we're hitting we're just going on the ad diagonal, and he's working forehands mostly. He'll hit a backhand once in a while, but working forehands inside out, and he's occasionally going to go inside in. Just like a very common match situation here, especially in the men's game. I'm just a wall with terrible footwork. Don't look at me. But yeah, it's important to practice while moving, you know. Too much static, so like a lot of players really good static, and they can't play a match because that's not how it is. Anyway, I hope you guys really enjoy this kind of stuff. If you want to learn more about tennis, if you want to see more of the stuff I do, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I put out content when I think of it. You know, if there's anything special that I think of. I try not to be too mainstream with a lot of stuff. So we'll see where it takes us. Yeah, don't forget to support the channel and comment comment what you guys want, right? If you guys need anything. So have a good one.